The poolside turned cold despite the blazing sun. Screams echoed. 2 officers stormed in, gripping the arms of a black woman in a lemon-green swimsuit, her young son in white swim trunks clutching her waist in fear. A blonde woman in a striped pink suit, red-faced and furious, pointed wildly. "They don't live here. I told you, they snuck in. I demand you arrest them." The mother remained composed, her voice low but firm. "My son and I live here. This is our property. You're making a mistake." The officers hesitated, glancing at each other, torn between duty and confusion. Before we continue, if you are watching our video for the first time, you're highly welcome to your favorite channel, Elliot Stories. Please bless and support us by hitting that subscribe button, turn on your notification bell to get notified for more heartwarming stories coming your way tomorrow and never to miss any. Share to friends who love stories filled with twists and good morals, and also to loved ones who value respect, equity, and justice no matter the cost. Where are you watching from? Please tell us in the comments. We love seeing how far our stories travel. To other beautiful and hard-working YouTubers, let's interact in the comment section. I hope to see you soon. To our unique constant viewers, our high-esteemed subscribers, lovely new viewers, and our first-time subscribers, thank you for being part of our beautiful journey daily. The woman being accused was Judge Alana Brooks, though no one knew that yet. She didn't flaunt her identity. She never had to. Today, she only wanted a quiet Saturday with her son Caleb. But the woman in pink, Mrs. Karen Whitman, president of the HOA, thought otherwise. Karen had recently moved into the estate and had already earned a reputation for being loud, overly suspicious, and unjustifiably entitled. Karen had called the police within minutes of spotting Alana and Caleb. She assumed they were intruders because she hadn't seen them before. "They're not from around here," Karen insisted. "Look at them. This is a private residence." One of the officers turned to Alana. Do you have any identification or keycard to show residence?" Caleb looked up, whispering, "Mom, why are they treating us like criminals?" She knelt and kissed his forehead. "Stay calm, baby. Truth always walks taller than hate." With quiet grace, she stood, her posture regal, her expression unshaken. She reached for her towel and retrieved a leather key pouch with a magnetic estate keycard and a gold-embossed ID. Officer Reynolds blinked when he read it. "Federal judge." The other officer, Murphy, paled. Karen frowned. "Wait, what? What ID is that?" Reynolds held up the ID. "This woman is a United States District Court judge." Karen's jaw dropped. "No, that's not possible. She's just black." Alana interrupted calmly. The silence was thick. Karen sputtered, "I didn't mean it like that. I mean, how was I to know?" "You assumed," Alana said. "You assumed because of our skin. Because we didn't look like your version of wealth." Karen started to retreat, but by then, several neighbors had gathered. Phones recorded. The whispers turned to outrage. Some began confronting Karen directly. Alana turned to the officers. "Am I free to continue swimming with my son, or shall I file a formal complaint first?" Reynolds, still clearly shaken, nodded quickly. "No, Your Honor. You're absolutely free. We're very sorry for the misunderstanding." She nodded, collected her son's hand, and began to walk back to the pool. But Caleb tugged at her hand. "Why did that woman hate us so much?" Alana sighed. "Not everyone hates, sweetheart. Some people just don't know how to love what's different." The rest of the afternoon, the neighborhood buzzed with the fallout. Karen's influence began to crumble. One of the recording neighbors uploaded the video. Within hours, it went viral. But Alana, as always, stayed silent publicly. She'd spent her entire life turning storms into rainbows without fanfare. She believed actions talked louder than shouting. 2 days later, Judge Brooks received an official letter from the HOA president. But it wasn't from Karen. Karen had been removed after an emergency board vote. The letter came from a newly appointed member, a Nigerian-American doctor named Ifema, who had seen the incident unfold. "Your grace under pressure is an example for all of us," she wrote. "We are instituting mandatory bias and anti-discrimination workshops for all board members moving forward." Alana smiled. Meanwhile, Karen had vanished from the neighborhood WhatsApp group and had reportedly placed her house up for sale. Yet the story didn't end there. A week later, Alana received an invitation to a community town hall. She almost declined. But Caleb urged her. Let's go, Mom. So people like us don't stay invisible. The hall was packed. Cameras rolled. The event was meant to address growing racial biases in affluent estates. Alana was asked to speak. She stepped to the microphone in a simple navy gown. I didn't come here today to shame anyone, she began. I came here to remind us that assumptions often hurt more than violence. I am a mother, a neighbor, a woman who simply wanted a swim with her child. But what happened that day wasn't unique. It happens everywhere, to people with no badges or voices. The hall grew still. I speak not to accuse but to awaken. Let's judge less by appearance and more by behavior. Equity isn't just about laws. It's about daily choices. Applause erupted. Tears streamed down cheeks. Even former skeptics stood innovation. The HOA introduced new leadership policies. Diversity panels were implemented. Alana was offered an honorary position but declined. She preferred to lead quietly. Later that month, Caleb won a school award for a speech titled "Different Isn't Dangerous." Karen. She moved out quietly. But weeks later, a letter arrived. Handwritten. From her. Judge Brooks. I owe you more than an apology. I owe you the humility to admit I was wrong. I judged you by what I feared, not what I saw. Thank you for your dignity. Thank you for not retaliating. I hope to teach my grandkids better. Signed, Karen Whitman. Alana folded the letter. Caleb, she said, come here. Yes, Mom. Want to help me frame something? He smiled. Is it your new award? No, she said. It's a reminder that change begins not when others bend, but when we rise. Moral lesson: assumptions based on appearance can destroy trust, dignity, and community. This story teaches that true justice begins with how we treat one another in the small, everyday moments, not just in courtrooms or laws. Everyone deserves respect, regardless of color, status, or familiarity. This story was humbly crafted and brought to you by your favorite channel, Elliot Stories. Catch you on the next one. Huge appreciation from Elliot Stories.